So yeah, firstly, congratulations on releasing a new single last week. What's the reaction been like so far?
Yeah, it's been amazing. We've had some really good wins from yeah, I guess like publications point of view, and yeah, it's been yeah. We've had some really good really good success, I guess, with I guess promotions, publications, and things like that from a PR point of view. But I think for me, the big one is just getting the love from family and friends right across Australia. Is Yeah, that's been the most exciting part for me. Um, it feels like the song's resonating with people, particularly people from back home in Darwin here. So yeah, it's been amazing, and the family are loving it, friends are loving it, so it's cool.
Yes, it's great that family connecting with it too. And I'm actually based in Darwin, so it's good to see a Darwin artist. Well, I know you're not in Darwin at the moment, but putting it out there and Darwin getting that recognition again as well.
Yeah, I think it's always been a big part of me. I've been based in Adelaide now for 12 years, but yeah, I think it's been a big part of making sure that I'm always representing my hometown and my city and my people. So yeah, the blood in the water is essentially a representation of you know my life and my experiences growing up in Darwin. That a lot of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people can really resonate with as well.
Absolutely. And in Blood in the Water, you speak about out of sight, out of mind. So when did you first become aware of that disconnect, and how has it shaped the way you move through the world as an artist and as a person?
Yeah, I think I it probably came to realization once I moved down to kind of bigger cities and started to travel quite a bit with work and music and yeah, and travel the world. Like it's um, I've been fortunate enough to move around the world and move around Australia quite a bit for work and music, and it was just kind of I came to the realization, wandering through big multi-million dollar cities and yeah, I'm guilty of it as well. Like this is not targeted at anyone. This is targeted at us as human beings, as a collective. Like we travel to work, we travel to go get coffees and catch up with friends and go out and have fun in multi-million dollar cities. And every second we can walk past homelessness and disadvantage. So, for me, it's yeah. I came to the realization that as humans, we tend to, a lot of us, we tend to just, put away things that don't directly affect us. And unfortunately, what we've been putting away is other human beings that are struggling, are facing sustained disadvantage. And for me, it's most of the time it's the sustained disadvantage of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. My people, and that was evident when I come back home to Darwin. I go out for a drink on Mitchell Street, or I can go out and have a coffee down in the city, and I'm doing the same thing. Um, and sometimes, I could be even walking past, homelessness or homeless people that I even grew up with, or we're related to somewhere along the line. So, yeah, it was just about calling that out and more so reflecting on my own habits and calling them out in terms of my own behaviors and seeing how I can just pay more attention to that and bring it to the light.
Yeah, I think that's so important. And it's good that you're able to, I guess, use it as an experience to reflect on your own actions as well and, what role you sometimes have in the community too.
Yeah, it's really just a reflection point for me, and a way to kind of just be a little bit more transparent and see how I can be a little bit better, I think. And hopefully, that resonates with a lot of the rest of whoever's listening to Blood in the Water, and they can do the same.
Yeah, for sure. And you've said that some songs feel like they're handed down from somewhere. So can you describe what that moment feels like and how do you know when to trust it?
Yeah, it's an amazing kind of experience, I guess, particularly in the creative process. And for me, it's kind of you can identify it when the writing process just takes off and it's so easy. Um, I think I wrote Blood in the Water within, the space of 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And um, I think, yeah, it's kind of that when it's a moment of realization, and um, it's a moment of, okay, this is the moment I need to identify where I just need to get out of the way, and follow the music and follow where my heart takes me, where my thoughts take me as well. And they're kind of the best bits as well. But yeah, it's amazing. I feel like writing Blood in the Water. I wrote that here in Darwin, in my childhood home, in my tiny bedroom, and that was exactly how it played out. And yeah, I felt like it was a bit of a strike of lightning moment where I just had to get out of the way and um, let the music have the floor.
Yeah, and speaking of following the music, you previously had a career in AFL. So coming from AFL into music, that's a huge change. So how did you know, so when did you know that music was more of a path for you than a passion?
Um, Probably when I played my first paid gig. Um, yeah, I think the first time I went to an open mic night, and I just wanted to test the waters and see what it would feel like to play in front of people, and take that risk of putting yourself out there. And once I did that, one opportunity led to another. The thing I found is that every time I'd play a set or play a show, it would lead to another opportunity. And I think the second show I played, I got paid about $350, and that was where I kind of realized, like, yeah, I think that I could probably make something out of this. And the next show after that, the money doubled, and um, the crowd doubled. Um, and so I just thought, I'm just going to keep saying yes to shows and keep building. And the next show always seems to be bigger than the last. Um, and what I found out of that was, I really loved performing. Um, yeah, I loved the fact that, from a football standpoint, from what I was used to, I could play in a team of 18 on the field, and there were opportunities to hide if you weren't having a good game, or the risk and the responsibility can be shared around 18 people. But when you're standing there with a guitar, or you're singing there in front of a band with a band behind you, like a lot of the a lot of the responsibility and the risk is on you as a lead singer and a lead artist. And that's what I found, was that's really something that I enjoyed. I enjoyed taking on the responsibility and the risk, and I enjoyed the fact that a lot of the risk and responsibility was placed on your ability to prepare and prepare well, and that's something that I learnt in football. So, yeah, it's been an amazing journey, but I'm well aware that I'm surrounded by some really strong people within the music scene that have opened up opportunities for me. So I'm very fortunate and lucky enough to be surrounded by some good people.
Yeah, and it sounds like you still got that supportive team, which is what you mentioned. Like football is about too, having that team that you can rely on. Even though you've changed the music, you've still got a team around you.
Yeah, I think so. And that team has molded and it's built and grown over and shaped itself over the last probably 5 or 6 years. And yeah, I think that the biggest thing for me is it's a different space, and it's a different beast, the music industry. But what I've been able to do is just listen and understand and have the awareness that I'm surrounded by some really, some really good music minds in the industry. And um, I think the biggest thing is just understanding when to sponge and when to speak. And a lot of the time, with my support network, it's been easy because I just know when to listen. And I'll just listen to them and listen to their experiences, listen to their expertise and advice, and apply that to my career. And so far, it's been paying dividends. Yeah, it's been amazing.
Yeah, that's so great to hear. And I love the music video for the song. So can you tell us a bit about that and what you hope people take away from the visual side of it?
Yeah, the music video, I teamed up with an amazing videographer and director, Richie Coburn, who's worked on the Gift single who I did with the Hilltop Hoods, and he's worked with AB Original and the Funkles before that as well. And um, yeah, I just wanted to I wanted to encapsulate the idea of what we spoke about earlier around the out of sight, out of mind analogy, and the multi-million-dollar cities, and capture homelessness and have the city in the background, but also have a performative element to the music video as well. And I think we've been able to capture that in terms of how we did it. We did it over about 3 sessions, 3 music shoots, and throughout Adelaide City. And there's a fire scene in there, which came out amazing. So and I utilized a family friend's farm to create a fire scene, which was amazing. But yeah, it's really good, and it's the first time that I've been able to be that involved in a music video and producing a music video. So it kind of just adds another string to my bow in terms of that experience, gaining that experience, and um, kind of conveying a concept of what I wanted to achieve, and having that brought to light with some really good support in Richie Coburn and his team. So yeah, it was amazing, and it's turned out great. He's a great videographer and director.
Yeah, cool. And lastly, if Blood in the Water is an entry point to your debut album, what broader story does the rest of the album tell, or where are you going to go from here?
Yeah, the rest of the album is it'll kind of take a journey through down the similar path of talking to the challenges of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Australia, and more so from a deeper more visceral sense of um, not only the challenges of my people, First Nations people in this country, but it'll also give an insight into the reflections of myself and what I see, um, how I see myself as a young kid trying to navigate all of those challenges, um, and how that's kind of shaped me in terms of my thinking and my thought process, and how I continue to grow and develop as an adult in this world. But there's some really deep thinking within the tracks, and then there's going to be some tracks in the record where I'm just celebrating some really strong women in my life as well. I think one thing that I've been able to identify is that as men, particularly Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander men living in a world of sport or entertainment, a lot of the time, if you become successful, a lot of your family just band around you to make sure that your career works out, and that you're successful. And a lot of the time, what we tend to do is that we tend to forget that there's some really important female figures in our life that we would be nothing without. And so a certain element of the record will pay homage and champion, the black women in my life that um, have 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 made me who I am. So it takes a bit of a journey, and I'm really excited to to bring that and showcase that to the world.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing the rest of the album. That was all my questions. Was there anything else that you wanted to share, or things that you want people to know, whether it's about this song or about any other projects that you want to get out there?
No, probably I think just in terms of Blood in the Water and the next couple of songs, yeah, I think I'd really like to just highlight the amazing work of Trials, my producer Daniel Rankin, who has been a mentor of mine for the best part of probably 5 or 6 years. And his advice, his mentorship, and his guidance has been unbelievably and unwavering as well. There was a time where I was gonna release Blood in the Water about 2 years ago, and yeah, and I probably had 3 songs to back that up with, and we got to this point now where I've released Blood in the Water, but now I've got a whole record to release after that, and that's really based on the guidance and advice of Daniel Rankin, and the opportunity to work with him has been amazing. So, yeah, I just want to highlight that, and yeah, tell everyone to stay tuned and look out for more music.
Of course. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it and have a great rest of your day.
No worries. Thank you.
All right, thank
Thanks
you.
for having me. Bye.